everybody's having a good day so far. Just give it a second. Give people a chance to get in here. Uh, if you're watching this and you haven't joined the Discord server, there's a link in the email. And that's another good spot to contact me. I might do better putting the link in the description of the videos, but who knows. Don't really want a bunch of randoms that watch that might find this video to join the server. That'd be weird. But yeah, I wonder what's going on every time the concurrent viewers, like, it goes from 1, then up to 5, then down to 0, then back up to about 5 every time. I'm not sure what's going on with that. I don't stream too much, so maybe it's like an issue with how they keep track of their information. Yeah. Just gonna wait another minute. Let some people come in. Man, I am starving today. Okay, I think that's good enough. Should be plenty of time for people to join us if they wanted to join us. Alright, so let's go through this. Conductors from the service point to the service disconnecting means is the definition of service conductors. So that's Article 100, starting off with Article 100 again. Of note, I haven't been going over this, but this quiz is for Lesson 5 of your course, which is services. So all of this will be about services, which I want to say that's Article 230. Yes, Article 230 is about services. So most of your answers are going to be from that Article 230. But let's get back to the quiz. This is Article 100 for sure. And also Article 100, you all got that right. Good job. The point of connection between the facilities of the serving utility and the premises wiring is the definition of blank in the NEC. Service point. And that's, again, I believe, Article 100. I'm flipping to the... There is no definitions in the services chapter. So, again, Article 100, overhead service conductors passing over the roof. So this is talking about overhead service conductors and vertical clearance. This is going to be 230.24, which is clearances. So if you look up overhead service conductors, then clearances, and then go to above roofs and then vertical clearance and look through that little section. Reading through there will get you to the 8-foot answer. Which of the following wiring methods are not permitted for use with service conductors rated for 1,000 volts nominal or less? So in this, you should be able to find the wiring methods. And yesterday, whenever I got, here's wiring methods. That's underground. Is this underground? No. Let's see. Wait a bit. It's overhead. What is this? Just regular service conductors. Service other conductors in a raceway or cable. Oh, here. Wiring methods for 1000 volts nominal or less. 230.43. You can look up service conductors and then wiring methods in your index to find that answer. There is a list, a numbered list, and you can go through that list and find your answer to find type. That's Romex. Type NM cable is Romex, and if you knew that much, that would be easy. What can't you use for a service? Romex. Yeah, of course you can't use Romex. I mean, probably bigger Romex than 12.2 is what they intend in that question. Individual meter socket enclosures rated at 1000 volts or less must be marked to identify them as being suitable for service equipment. So 230.66, this would be marking and identification is the keyword here. So service equipment and then marking and identification would be your keywords that you're going to look up in the index. It is part 5, service equipment general. So it would be, if you're coming from the table of contents, you would go to services, then part 5 is service equipment. That would be where you would go. Alright, each ungrounded service conductor shall have overload protection. That almost goes without say, but all 4 answers here are kind of reasonable. And you would look up overload protection or overcurrent protection under service equipment, which is part 7. And then ungrounded conductor is right there whenever you find that. And you can read through there, and it's pretty accurate to what you have. Okay. So let's go back to the results table. Okay, Barbosa did actually do it. Barbosa, if you're watching this, you wait till the last minute to get all this done. And I'm watching. I have had to go back and check. And I apologize on that last one to you guys. I completely forgot to start the new quiz. I got up and walked away, and then somebody called me. I was like, hey, did you put up the new quiz? And I was like, oh, shit. So I had to come back in here and start the quiz. But if it's after the time and it's not showing a new quiz, it's because I haven't started it. Yeah. Alright, so let's do this last one. If you don't join me for the last live stream, I'll see you in a couple weeks. Alright. So let's start that one. And I'm going to stay live here for a minute if anybody has any questions. Just because this has been a really short live stream. So I'm giving y'all a chance to come in and ask your questions. Also, I have the option here to do one attempt or let you do multiple attempts. And me setting it to one attempt, you can come and go. Like, if you... you can do like a couple questions and then quit and then come back and answer a few more questions. Like if you get interrupted, you can continue the same attempt from earlier. Without that, you have to do the whole thing all over. It's only like 8 questions though, so that's not that big of a deal. Let me know what y'all like which one of those y'all would prefer. I'm not. I'm, is the best way to look stuff up just knowing what keywords they're using through practice? Yeah, that's the hardest part about code is just knowing the keywords. Being able to look at a question and go, I know what things I can look up. Like getting used to knowing what's available to be looked up is one of the things. Like, uh, I can look at a question and go, oh, well, those are the keywords. I'm gonna start this for you guys. And yeah, that's just practice using your keywords. This book, Electrical Systems 2017 NEC, has practice tests in it that just go through chapter by chapter, and they have practice tests. At the back of the book, there's some bigger practice tests. Really underrated book right here, in my opinion. We usually just completely fucking ignore it. But I think I'm going to start using it more and more. While I was preparing these lessons, I used that book, and I was like, oh shit, there's all sorts of information in here. That's a good question, Corey. I think I'm going to call it here. Let y'all do y'all's quiz, and then we'll come back and do at I want to say I don't remember what the schedule says. Like 5:15, 5 o'clock, 5:15 is the next live stream. So we'll get together then.